All right, y'all. Jufro Fragrances back again today. All right. So I've been very fortunate to get some fragrances sent to me from Orientica. Now, they've sent me, I want to say 4 different collections. Yeah, 4 different collections. And let me tell you, they have good it's not impressions, it's like inspirations of fragrances that are very popular. They kind of tweak it in their own way, but I think it's really good and it's great value. They last long, they smell good. So, the one collection I'm going to talk about today is the luxury collection. Now, I think so far out of the collections they have sent me, the luxury collection is my favorite one. So there were 3 fragrances in it that was sent to me. Now, I think there's a couple more in the luxury collection, but I think they're being released at a later time, or there's been like stock issues, so something like that. There's something with it, but for now there was 3 that they sent to me, and I think to a few others. Now I'm gonna rank them in order, so we'll go from 3, 2, and then 1. Now, my number 1 might be different from my wife's number 1, but we'll get into that. Maybe we'll see what they say. But she really enjoyed them. She actually stole one of them from me, so we'll get into those. So number 3 on the list is Oud Saffron. Now, first of all, look at this bottle. I think it's pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty. Okay. Also, as you can see, this one's black because I know some people from far say it's blue. So there's that. Now, to me, what do I get when I smell this here? Okay, you definitely pick up some woody notes. Pick up some vanilla in there. There's some oud in there as well. To me, the best time of the year for this is going to be during the cooler weather. Again, because of that note breakdown, I don't think this is something you want to wear in the warm weather. I think you will choke yourself out and others as well. So, again, ideally, fall and winter, spring maybe, depending on how it is here. Like I said, in LA, spring could be like 80 degrees. In other parts of the country and the world, it might be cooler. So if it's in the cooler part, I would recommend this. I'm going to say nighttime. This, to me, is best suited in the evening. Now, out of the 3 of them, longevity-wise, this probably was this third? I want to say it was third. So that's a funny thing. Even though it feels like it was the heaviest, I think out of the 3 of them, had the lowest amount of longevity, which was still 9 hours. So, which is still great. I mean, especially because most people want a fragrance to last, especially if you're going out to a party or something, because this is where I think that would work. That goes well. Other people want it for work to last through a work day. I wouldn't advise this to work unless you were like a mechanic or something and you want something strong that will just, last through your sweating. I think this is a good one right here. Now, the best way for me to describe this fragrance, and I know it's going to sound weird, and I don't think this is a bad thing because, I love food and sauces and stuff. So to me, this kind of fits what I like. So if you like the smell of a mesquite barbecue sauce, this is the way to go. Again, I know you might look at me and be like, watching this video, like, did he really just say mesquite barbecue? Yeah, I really did. And I really think that's what it is. So I like it. Again, I really enjoy this one. Again, you like the idea of a mesquite barbecue sauce in a fragrance? This is it right here. So yeah, this was number 3 on my list, Oud Saffron. Now, number 2 on my list, and I was debating between the 2 here, but number 2 on my list, I think might be the prettiest bottle out of the 3, but scent-wise, I'll pick it number 2, and that is Amber Rouge. Now, I think, just look at this. I think with the red bottle and it's rose gold, it's just stunning. The presentation of this is stunning. So, what do I get when I smell this? Well, you pick up some saffron, you get some woody notes in there. To me, there's something sweet in there. Can't really pick it up what it is, but there is something sweet in there. Now, what this reminds me of, and I think you could probably figure it out here, is Macy's Francis Kurkdjian's Baccarat Rouge 540. So, to me, setting-wise, I think outside of summer, because again, this can be pretty heavy, and that fragrance can be pretty heavy, I would wear this fall, winter, and spring. Now, could you wear this to the office? Tricky, because I don't know how people feel about those sweet scents with saffron in. I don't know. It could be dicey there if you're in an enclosed setting. If you're out and about and you're blue collar work, I think this is a great one. And I think this is something that will last long. I got 10 hours on my skin with this particular one. So while the Oud Saffron seems like it's heavier, this actually did last longer on my skin. So again, if you love Baccarat Rouge 540, this is the way to go. Now, I've tried quite a few dupes per se, of Baccarat Rouge 540. This one gets pretty close, but also it's kind of, I feel like it steers in a little bit direction. It doesn't have that plasticky smell. At least I don't pick it up that people get in Baccarat Rouge 540, which I don't get that, but people say that's what they pick up in. So to me, again, if you love Baccarat Rouge 540, and like I said, it's about 80% similar, this is the way to go. I think this is absolutely money. And again, for the price point, because nowadays, look, I hate to say it because, again, Francis Kurkdjian is my favorite perfumer. I think the price of Baccarat Rouge 540 now has got insanely expensive, especially if you're talking about the X Straight. So to me, with especially how many people have duped this fragrance, it's kind of hard to say, man, for $450, it's hard. I know it sucks to say because, again, it is an original fragrance and you want the original and I love it. But there's so many other alternatives. I understand if people don't want to spend the $450. I think that's what it is now. I personally would because, again, I love BR 540, but not everybody has that kind of money to spend. So if you don't have that money to spend and you want a fragrance with that scent profile under $100, this is your way to go. All right. So the next fragrance I'm going to talk to you about was my wife's and I unanimous pick as the number one from this collection. It was so good for her, she took it from me. She immediately took it from me. I sprayed it, smelled it on myself. I loved it. She smelled it, was like, wow, let me spray it on myself. Took it, boom, gone. It's gone from my collection. She let me borrow it for this video, though. So that fragrance is Royal Amber. Now, what do I get when I smell this? Well, you pick up some citrus in the beginning. As it dries down, get some sweet notes and get some woody notes. Now, to me, this is perfect for spring, summer, and fall. Could it work in the winter time? Possibly. I'm not too sure, but it'll definitely fit in those 3 out of the 4 seasons. To me, honestly, I think you can wear this day or nighttime. Again, work is always tricky in an office setting. But if you're not in an office setting, perfect for work. Even I think if you are in an office setting, I really think if you don't go crazy on the sprays, I think this is something that will work for that as well. Now, also, my wife and I got 10 hours on our skin with this. So again, this does perform on both of our skin. We both got 10 hours because we tested it out on each other. Now, the other thing I will say is a lot of people love Herba Pura. Suspiro has Herba Pura. Jerzoff has Herba Pura. It is that sweet, woody fragrance that is perfect for the warmer months. This, to me, is similar to that. So I love that. Again, I'm the type of person that likes sweet fragrances. So if you love sweet fragrances, this is something I would definitely check out. But it's not sickly sweet. Like for example, I will say like Ultra Male is a sickly sweet fragrance. I love it. My wife does not. Now, this fragrance, while it is sweet, it is not, I wouldn't say it's sickly sweet. If that makes sense to you. If you get what I'm trying to portray here. So to me, this fragrance fits in that mold. So if you love Herba Pura, you're gonna love this. So out of the 3, like I said, out of the 3 choices, this was our unanimous pick. So again, to run it real quick, the breakdown. 3rd place was Oud Saffron. Remember, the Mesquite barbecue sauce. Number 2 is Amber Rouge. Again, you love Baccarat Rouge 540, you're gonna love this. And number 1, Royal Amber, stolen from my collection. If you love Herba Pura, you would love this. Guys, again, I'm not saying this just because these are gifted to me. If you do enjoy the fragrances. Now, I'm not sure, again, what Oud Saffron is supposed to resemble. Maybe I haven't smelled the original of what it's supposed to be. So I can't really tell you what it's supposed to smell like. But the other 2 I can obviously tell you because I've smelled the 2 fragrances. It's the interpretation of. So, if you want fragrances that smell good, that last long, and are not very expensive, I think you can get each one for under $100. It's a good way to go, y'all. Orientica has a good one. I will review more from them. But again, I would check it out, y'all. All right? Let me know if you've tried Orientica, what you think about them, and which one do you like out of the 3 of this Royal collection. Jifro!